All right, so we have our video player as far as the styling goes and the display, the UI, but it doesn't function, obviously. It doesn't do anything. So we want to add functionality to this so that we can play the video, we can pause it, we can stop it, we can click on the actual screen here and it will play and pause, and then we'll move on to the progress bar and the timestamp. So first thing we want to do in our script.js is get all the DOM elements that we need. So obviously the video. So we can use document.getElement by ID. We're going to get it by the ID of video. And since it's an HTML5 video element, there's a bunch of properties and methods that we'll be able to use in order to add the functionality that we want. Okay, I'm going to copy this down 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and we need to grab some other things as well. So for instance, the play button, call that play, and then this will be the stop, and this is the stop button. Then we have the progress, and then we have the time or timestamp. All right, now what we're going to do is have a bunch of event listeners that call specific functions. So let's add those down here, and we'll probably have to probably have to comment some out where when we don't have the actual well, I guess we can just define the functions and then we'll add the functionality inside after. So the video element is going to have a few event listeners on it. So one is going to be a click event. So when we click on the actual video, we're going to call a function called toggle video status. And what that's going to do is it's going to play the video if it's paused or stopped, and pause the video if it's playing. Okay, and then we're going to have a couple more events on the video. So next will be pause, and when we pause, this one will be play. So when we pause or play, we're going to want to switch the icon, okay? Because when we play, we want this to change to a pause icon, and when we pause it, we want it to change to a play icon. So both of these are going to run a function called update play icon. Okay, and then down here, we want to have a function that runs on time update. So as the video plays, it's going to continuously call this time update. And what we want to do is call a specific function. Whoops. We want to call, what am I doing? We want to call a specific function called update progress. Okay, and then let's see, the play button is going to have a click event. So click event, and it's going to call that toggle video status. And then the stop button will have a click event, and that's going to call a function called stop video. And then finally the progress is going to have a change event, because remember it's a range input, so it has a change event. So when you change it, when you slide it, it'll be called, and we're going to call set video progress. And the point of that is going to be, so when we click on here, I shouldn't say when it slides, when we click on it, when we change it, it will call this, and we want it to basically go to that point in the video. So these are all the functions that we want to have. So let's just create them. So this is going to be to play and pause video. So function toggle video status. And for now, let's just, I don't know, just return. We'll just return true for now. And then let's have function update play icon. Okay, so what this will do is update the play pause icon. And let's see, we're going to want the update progress, which is going to update the progress and the timestamp. So let's say function update progress. Okay. And let's see, we're also going to want this set video progress. So set video, I guess set video time to progress. I don't know if that's the best description, but when we create it, you'll understand it better. So return true. Okay, and then finally we want to be able to stop the video. Pretty self-explanatory, but I like to comment my functions. Okay, and if we open up our console, we shouldn't have any errors. So we have our event listeners set up, we have our functions set up. Let's do the play, at least in this video, or the play and pause. So this toggle video status. Now, since we have, like I said, since this video element or this video variable is connected to an HTML5 video tag, we have an API that we can use on it, and there's a property called paused. Okay, so we can check to see if the video is paused, and if it is, then we're going to call a method called play, which will do just that. It'll play the video. Else, so if it's not paused and we click or we run this function, then we want to call pause, which is another method. Okay, so let's save that, and if I go over here and I click on the video, it plays. If I click it again, it pauses. All right, so we have that functionality by doing this, and it should happen with the play button too, because when we click the play button, it calls the same function. Now, one thing that I want to happen though here is when it's paused, I want to display the pause icon. So that's where this function comes into play. So let's replace this with if video pause, just like we did above. Then we want to take the play button and set the inner HTML equal to the icon with class fa-play and fa-2x, which is like the initial icon that we already have there. Okay, and then let's say else, then we'll go ahead and take this and let's set the icon to pause, and we'll save that, and now when I click play, it turns into pause. When I click it again, it goes back into play. Okay, so I think I want to stop the video here. Actually, let's do the stop because that's pretty easy. Now there is, with this API, there is no stop. Like we can't just say video stop like you might think. We can try it, but you can see video stop is not a function. So what we have to do is set the current time. So there's a property called current time, and we want to set that to 0. So we're basically just resetting it to the beginning, and then we pause it. So if I play it and then I click stop, it goes back to the beginning. So it sets the current time to 0 and pauses it, which is basically stopping it and setting it back to the beginning. Okay, so in the next video we're going to handle these two because we want this to kind of travel along as the video plays. We also want to be able to put it where we want at that spot in the video. We also want this timestamp to update as well, and that's all going to happen with this time update event that basically just keeps running as the video plays. Okay, so we'll do that in the next video.